with the thriller of the night. Game 1, the legends going head-to-head. Steph, LeBron, Warriors, Lakers. Early on, Steph picking up right where he left off, legs.
One of the few mistakes they made early on, Steph trying to go over the top. He fades, gets an open look.
Meanwhile, it was Anthony Davis's night. For the Lakers, it was a 2-point Warriors lead after one. Then Monica, Jordan Poole feeling it in the second quarter.
Yeah, this is why he was able to get that big-time contract from the Warriors. He's got tremendous range, decision-making. Well, we'll discuss that later.
Yes, I guess he felt like he could shoot from anywhere on this night. We'll call that foreshadowing. He had 13 points in the second quarter. Now we're in the third, tied at 73. Did I mention it was AD's night?
Yeah, he just dominated them. Too big, too physical, too athletic. Took advantage of every opportunity in the paint. Flat out awesome. There's no other word for it.
AD had 30 points and 23 rebounds. LeBron knocks down a three. The Lakers take an 8-point lead into the fourth quarter. In that fourth, Warriors are down 14. But Monica, here comes Steph.
I mean, we talked so much about his layup package and his handles in the previous series. That came back to fruition in a big-time way over the course of this run in the fourth quarter.
And then he's got Klay Thompson on the wing. Klay had 25. It's an 8-point Laker lead. 5 minutes to go. Still 8 points. Draymond, defense, Steph on the other end.
You running the floor, high percentage opportunity, knowing that Bron is coming for the chase down, timing it just so.
6-point game. Now here's Jordan Poole to make it a 3-point Laker lead. 2 minutes to go. Still a 3-point differential. Where are we going for the bucket, legs? It's going to be Steph once again.
Of course, this is the pass and chase, right, that he has made famous, runs it down, and still what a difficult shot to catch it facing away from the basket, turn and knock it down.
He had 27. That tied the game. But now it's Anthony Davis, one of his 4 blocks. And we're going the other way with the Lakers in a 2-point lead. LeBron fouled hard. He'd make 1 of 2. Lakers by 3. 30 seconds to go. The Laker lead is 3. Can LeBron ice it? No, he can't. Stay with the play. Here we go. Warriors with a chance to tie. You see the time. 15 seconds. 14 seconds. Move it. Pass it. 1 pass. 2 pass. We need another. Oh! What are we doing? Jordan Poole.
Well, there's a lot to unpack there, Greeny.
From 31 feet away.
There's a lot to unpack.
We'll unpack it. Let's hear what they said about it first.
I had the timeouts left, but I saw them double teaming Steph at half court. So I knew somebody was going to be wide open if we could just get the ball out. And Steph did a great job. He got the ball out of the trap, and Jordan was wide open. That's a shot he can hit. So happy with that possession. And Jordan had hit 6 threes already. So it's a great shot for us.
It's kind of in rhythm shot. There's no kind of, regrets on that. It's just, make or miss type situation. A lot of trust in him and his ability to put the ball in the basket.
All right, so it's officially listed as a 31-foot attempt. According to Second Spectrum this season, Poole in the regular year had a better 3-point shooting percentage than Steph Curry did on shots 30 feet from the basket. However, now in the playoffs, Steph is 4 for 9 on those. Poole is 0 for 3. The third, of course, being the really big one. And before we diagram it, as we come out here, I wish you could have all seen the expressions on their faces. You saw Monica, but I mean, Alan, you're literally like your hands just went up to your head as we were showing the highlight there.
Because first of all, that didn't feel like a second-round game. That felt like a championship-level performance. And we didn't stay up past midnight to watch Jordan Poole shoot a YOLO 31-foot shot. That's not what we're here for. That was such a great game. The adrenaline's flowing, and everybody is excited about get the ball back to Steph Curry. Get it to 30. And he even relocates to try to get the ball back. And if you watch his reaction after that shot is taken, he agrees with us no matter what he says after the game.
Yeah, before I have legs diagram it, Monica, just what do we say about the shot selection there in the biggest moment of the game?
You are reminded that it fits the Warriors' system, but in that moment, no. And for me, it could have been a small adjustment, just even stepping a little bit closer to the three-point line, right? Steph had done what he was supposed to do in terms of drawing to. You can trust Draymond. There was room, and Jordan Poole has the capability to take a slightly higher percentage shot. But, of course, if it goes in, we're all saying a very, very different story.
All right, so Legler's got an iPad, which means he's going to, as only he can, he's going to show us exactly what happened.
I could do a 2-hour documentary on this play if we really wanted to go there, right?
What if I told you?
There's that much in this, as you said, a lot to unpack. But let's start off with how exactly this happens, how it sets up the way it does. Right off the bat, I want everybody to focus on 2 things. I want you to focus on the 2 players here for the Warriors, Poole and Draymond Green, and watch how they sort of jog up the floor. It sets up the entire thing because they don't sprint. They end up behind the play to such an extent that right now Steph Curry crosses the midcourt line. And you have right here, there's 4 Lakers in the proximity because those last 2 Warriors aren't even in the picture. And that's going to play in to where Draymond Green receives the basketball, which sets up this entire thing. So now, here you go. You stay with the double team, you keep coming. Now, right here, look at the spacing between these two. Right now, Jordan Poole knows that pass is not coming to him directly. He needs to be relocating more into this gap right here. You've also got Klay Thompson coming here. So if that ball were to get swung, you're going to have a 2-on-1 on this side of the floor with a very difficult decision, and maybe another pass gets made to Klay. But he doesn't do that. He stays right next to Draymond. So when this ball comes out, Draymond Green could have done something here to affect this play. If he puts it down hard right here, maybe you can get Anthony Davis to bite. Hey, maybe Anthony Davis is smart enough to say we're up 3 and he lets him go. I doubt it. Your natural inclination defensively is going to be to pick up this dribbler, which then means Jordan Poole can step in closer to the line. And if he catches it and there's a rotation here, you've got one more pass to Klay Thompson in the corner. It's not what happens. Now, the last part of this, right there. As a shooter, I can just tell you, as a guy that took a lot of deep shots in my career, when the ball is coming to you from this side and you catch it here, it's very difficult to generate the kind of momentum you need to shoot a shot from that distance. If you watch Steph Curry over the years, when he shoots those deep ones, it's either off the dribble where he's got momentum, or it's on a pass that's coming directly out from the post where he steps in. Jordan Poole's weight was going this direction. So to catch, turn, and shoot from 30, find the rim, you could even see it didn't look like natural mechanics.
It was a hero shot for sure.
Rather than heaving it at the basket, right? There's so much time left. You could get a quick 2. They're right. I mean, literally, almost anything would have been better than that. Now, if the shot goes in, then I guess we're having a different conversation. But even if the shot goes in, the point is it doesn't make it the right thing to do.
Yeah, well, listen, I'm not going to question Steve Kerr. He's done enough as a head coach. Me personally, I probably would have taken the timeout, because you know there is going to be a double team, and now you can draw up something with the perfect spacing out of the double team to get the shot you want. But I think he saw Curry get the rebound with all that open floor and just said, well, let's just play. Steph will make the right decision. The question is the next guy going to make the right decision?
The more I watch it now, see, I'm sorry that I got distracted, but I'm watching all the things you just said, beginning with them not sprinting up the floor and the difference that makes. Go ahead, Monica.
I mean, the shot is a little cringeworthy, and it's not as if Jordan Poole can't do more, right? Like, if Jordan Poole still has your last opportunity with 10 seconds on the clock, he could put the ball on the ground either direction. You got Klay in the corner potentially, or look to get back to Steph, or even look to score himself.
Okay, so let's move on. We will spend all morning long talking about that shot, but there were so many other pieces to this game. Cindy, I'm not going to play the soundbite that we had from LeBron on Anthony Davis here because I just don't want to take the time. Let's just talk about Anthony Davis for a moment here. His performance last night. Brian Windhorst is going to join us a little later. I already saw his notes. He wrote, that was the Anthony Davis of your wildest dream, right? That's the guy we've all been waiting to see. Legs, if we see that guy 3 more times, are the Lakers on their way to the next round?
I said before the preview in the series, I said if Anthony Davis is the best player on the floor, they win the series. He came with the mindset to do damage because he knows this. He's really got one guy to contend with in the paint and on the glass, and that's Kevon Looney, who had a big game himself on the boards. He's too long, athletic, and physical to have just one guy to battle with in the lane. So he's going to be a problem on both ends if he comes with that mindset. And I thought he was even better defensively than he was offensively. He disrupted everything around the rim for the Warriors. It's a problem going forward for sure. And it's not much Steve Kerr could do to make him smaller.
I left my notes over there. He played 44 minutes, right? I want to make sure I have that right. Alan, they play every other night in this series. There was no extra day off here for these teams.
Right.
Anthony Davis played 44 minutes last night. Is that formula sustainable?
Yeah, it has to be. It's the only way they win this series, and it's what we've talked about with him is his impact on this. He gave a Shaq-like performance, a 30-20 game in a Laker uniform. And you know what else this is for Anthony Davis? This is to silence all you critics, and when I say you, I mean me, that say that when he was in the bubble, that was the optimal environment for him to perform. No travel, and it was easy for him to win a championship. He can now say, I'm doing it the traditional way, and I'm playing at the highest level of my career and leading a team to a championship. For Anthony Davis, This is the most important part of his career right now.
Easy there, Tiger. He got to do it 3 more times for sure to get wins, but the potential is there. But it also reminds me of the same thing that we talked about when LeBron went down the last stretch of the regular season. It was an opportunity for Anthony Davis to show that he can be someone that the Lakers, can have confidence in building around moving forward.
Well, look, this was the recipe. I'm old enough to remember when I was standing in this exact spot, and the Lakers had just acquired Anthony Davis, and we were talking about whether LeBron and AD could be the best duo in the NBA, in NBA history. Can LeBron eventually become the number 2 guy and have Anthony Davis be the guy who carries him? Now, to Monica's point, it's only 1 game. But, boy, that felt like a step in the right direction.
Well, listen, the one title they got together, right, since they've been Lakers teammates was in the bubble, and who was the finals MVP? And there was a reason. LeBron was very content to allow him to be the main show. LeBron doesn't have a problem with that. He's going to do what he has to do to give him a chance to win. But if Anthony Davis plays with this kind of force and certainty, because that's what I saw out of him last night, it's going to be difficult for the Warriors to overcome that no matter how they shoot.
They didn't want to go in the paint. They stayed out of the paint because of him.
All right, this series is the stuff of history already, and Thursday night, we've got Game 2. It's coming away tomorrow night right here on ESPN. We will be in L.A. for Countdown tomorrow night to start your evening at 8 Eastern. Game coverage starts 9 Eastern on ESPN. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.